stop Messi, and stop Messi. Something this important must be repeated 3 times, and there is no doubt the Swiss coach will repeat this over and over in the team meeting. Switzerland knows that if they want to win, shutting Messi down is the absolute key, but actually stopping the captain is a brutal, agonizing puzzle. Every opponent Argentina faced has been helpless against the 39-year-old. Let's see if the disciplined, powerhouse Swiss defense can crack the single toughest puzzle of the 2026 World Cup. At 39, Lionel Messi is playing at his absolute peak, personally leading the charge to defend their crown, completely defying the burden of time. The great captain continues to prove that his immense influence is irreplaceable, as he leads the Golden Boot race, with 8 goals after 5 matches. Advanced data from the analytical Opta system reflects the incredible efficiency of this superstar. Messi has taken 23 shots in total, with 15 of them landing directly on target, by scoring 8 goals from an expected goals rating of 4.66 xg. Messi has dramatically outperformed his expectation metrics, plus 3.34. This stat translates directly to a shot conversion rate of nearly 35%. It is a ruthless, incredibly clinical scoring performance that almost no true strikers at this 2026 tournament can even dream of matching. On top of that, he created 13 big chances directly for his teammates and just picked up another assist in the round of 16. The role of this number 10 for Argentina today goes way beyond just his tactical display, as he is the ultimate anchor for the Albiceleste. After surviving 2 grueling knockout battles against Cape Verde and Egypt, Messi was the savior who scored to break the deadlock or equalize in the tightest moments. Leo has become the first player in history scoring in 6 consecutive World Cup knockout matches in a row, extending his total goal tally across these major global tournaments to a mind-blowing, record-breaking total of 21 goals. This masterclass of his completely covered up the wobbly gaps in Argentina's defense, turning him into the absolute focal point deciding Argentina's fate on the pitch. And Messi is the center of attention in the massive battle between Argentina and Switzerland at the 2026 World Cup quarterfinal in Kansas City. Between Argentina and Switzerland offers a fascinating clash of 2 different football worlds. One side is the reigning champion with an expansive and attacking style that has produced highly emotional goals in this 2026 tournament, while the other is a dark horse showing a truly gritty spirit and a highly frustrating style. Argentina's journey from the very start has been wildly turbulent. Manager Lionel Scaloni and his squad almost slipped up right here against newcomers Cape Verde in the first knockout round. Immediately after that, they fell a full 2 goals behind against Egypt when the match had only 11 minutes left, but their champion grit saved them in time, helping the South Americans make a sensational 3-2 comeback win, thanks to crucial goals from Christian Romero, Lionel Messi and Enzo Fernandez. This dramatic victory now extends Argentina's historic winning streak to a staggering 12 matches. It proves this unit knows exactly how to overcome extreme adversity, combining world-class technique with an absolute mind of steel. Even though the squad is showing clear signs of aging, the true core identity of this squad blends pure footballing artistry with an unyielding spirit that refuses to bend, especially in the game's most desperate and vital moments. Meanwhile, Switzerland booked their spot in the final 8, relying on a highly pragmatic and stubborn style. Murat Yakin and his men boast some highly impressive stats, having never trailed at all for even a single minute since the tournament qualifiers started. After an opening draw with Qatar, they went on to beat Bosnia, Herzegovina and co-hosts Canada to finish at the top of Group B. Once in the knockouts, Switzerland edged past Algeria before eliminating Colombia in a nerve-wracking penalty shootout, thanks to the outstanding heroics of goalkeeper Gregor Kobel. Now the Swiss squad stands on the verge of making history to secure their first-ever spot in the semifinals of a World Cup, breaking their 1954 limit, back when the tournament was held on their home soil. Their style of play is not flashy, but it gives their fans immense peace of mind. They rely on a highly organized, systematic, and incredibly disciplined structure. Historical stats lean heavily in Argentina's favor, as Switzerland has never beaten this powerhouse opponent in any of their 7 previous head-to-head encounters. On the grand stage of the World Cup, Argentina defeated the Swiss 2-0 in 1966 and 1-0 in 2014, plus the Albiceleste are riding an 11-match unbeaten streak at the biggest football tournament on the planet since their shock defeat to Saudi Arabia in 2022. In every single one of those matches, Argentina scored at least 2 goals every time. That is a massive threat to the Swiss defense, which is normally incredibly organized. Still, that historic jinx always looms over them as a massive mental roadblock. It is something the European side must find a way to conquer if they hope to pull off an upset. Lionel Messi remains the absolute heart of Argentina's attack. Even with his advancing age, the iconic playmaker still leads the entire tournament in scoring as the tournament's top scorer, performing with absolute poise and lethal efficiency on the pitch. He is also the first player to find the net in 6 consecutive World Cup knockout games, when Messi redeemed himself by scoring a vital equalizer after missing that penalty against Egypt. It proved just how much influence he has over this squad. In other areas, manager Scaloni has an incredibly deep squad. Lautaro Martinez and Julian Alvarez are locked in a fierce battle for the starting striker role, while both Facundo Medina and Nicolas Tagliafico are ready to claim that left-back spot to keep their defense and attack perfectly balanced. On the flip side, Switzerland is dealing with 3 devastating injury blows. Michel Ebischer, Luka Yaquez, and Johan Monzombi all out injured, losing a star like Monzombi, who scored 3 goals before suffering that knee injury, forces AC Milan midfielder Arden Jashari into the starting lineup. All of Switzerland's attacking hopes now rest on Breel Embolo. The Rennes forward is in great form for his country, directly contributing to 13 goals over his last 10 to 17 appearances. Despite a quiet performance against Colombia, Embolo remains the top choice for head coach Jackie, ahead of Jackie Abdouni or Cedric Ethan, thanks to his brilliant solo abilities. Let us look at Argentina's tactics. They are highly likely to keep their usual style, focusing on keeping possession, dictating the tempo, and using quick passes to break down the opponent's deep defensive block. The masterful and clean play of Enzo Fernandez along with Rodrigo de Paul will carve out crucial open spaces for the attackers. On the other side, Switzerland are set to deploy a compact, disciplined defense right around their box to completely choke out any space for their opponents. Granit Xhaka will anchor the midfield, making interceptions and feeding quick transition passes directly forward to Embolo, unleashing their rapid counterattacks. This match will be a pure tactical chess game, a battle of wits between imposing dominance and waiting to pounce on a mistake. Stamina and mental strength will decide who survives this clash. Argentina drained a lot of energy against Egypt, but they got a massive emotional boost after their successful comeback. Switzerland holds the advantage with more rest days, yet playing 120 minutes against Colombia has completely worn down their veteran stars over 30 like Saka or Ricardo Rodriguez. If Argentina scores early, Switzerland will have to push up and leave massive gaps behind. But if the match drags on without any goals, the mental pressure will build heavily on Argentina, handing the advantage to Switzerland and their goalkeeper Cobio, who always stays incredibly solid during penalty shootouts. Meanwhile, international media outlets expect a very tough test, especially if their defensive line continues to make costly individual errors like in those previous games. Yet, the sheer quality of those elite South American stars is still expected to give them the edge in those crucial, deciding moments. Argentina simply has more ways to decide the outcome of this match, thanks to the tactical options on their bench, while Switzerland relies on discipline, will force the defending champions to endure some incredibly tense moments on the pitch in Kansas to secure a semifinal spot against England or Norway. This is when the character of both squads is pushed to the absolute limit. In their pursuit of glory, the power of this Argentina side lies in their rapid-fire transitions from deep defense into clinical attack, driven by the superb mobility of their central midfielders. The tactical combination of veteran Messi and young Enzo Fernandez, currently playing at his absolute peak, creates a highly dependable, solid central spine. Yet, a fatal weakness lurking deep in their defense, when defending high aerial crosses into the box, remains a major worrying for coach Scaloni. Switzerland is fully capable of exploiting this glaring defensive vulnerability through their dangerous set-piece plays or rapid runs down the wings by their aggressive fullbacks to search for that crucial match-opening goal. On the other side, the deep defensive layout under head coach Murat Ajakin demands absolute focus from all his central defenders. They cannot afford to lose position or leave any open space down the middle, where Argentina's dangerous attackers are highly lethal with their rapid one-touch passing. Granit Xhaka's ability to shield the two central defenders will be the ultimate key to completely shutting down Lionel Messi. Switzerland clearly knows they cannot play open, attacking football against them. Instead, they must wait patiently for their moment, capitalizing on misplaced passes from the Argentina midfield to launch their lethal counterattack. Overall, the massive gap in overall squad quality is incredibly obvious before kickoff. Argentina boasts a true superstar lineup, who are currently playing at the very highest level in Europe, and they bring massive experience from playing in giant tournaments. While Switzerland lacks world-class stars, they make up for it handsomely, boasting a deeply united and cohesive squad built over many years of playing together. This tight bond helps them constantly maintain their maintaining a solid tactical shape without falling into chaos, while absorbing relentless pressure and attacking waves from the opponent. The showdown at the stadium Euros will truly reflect the real, honest state of both football nations right now. A highly passionate Argentina, capable of explosive brilliance but incredibly vulnerable, goes head-to-head with a cold, deeply disciplined Switzerland that always knows how to protect a lead. Fans are in for an absolute thriller,